Joining us now to discuss his new movie, Inferno, which hits theaters tomorrow, is Ron Howard. Thank you for joining us down here at the New York Stock Exchange.
Pleasure, fun. First time I've ever been on the floor, believe it or not.
I can't believe you've never rung an opening bell, a closing bell.
Yes, I've come close a couple of times and it never worked out, so someday I've got to get down here.
Is it piquing your interest from a filmmaker's point of view? Could you do something interesting down here?
Of course. I mean, it's been done, but it's very visual, and of course there's a lot of drama. I'll go wherever the drama is.
So there's Inferno to talk about, which is the latest in the Da Vinci. Do we call it a series? I mean, because people are kind of soured on these series lately.
Well, you know, these are standalone movies, but they have in common Tom Hanks playing Robert Langdon and the clue path. And this thing that Dan Brown does really brilliantly in the novels, which is he creates these sort of multiple ways of entertaining his readers. And I try to do the same thing with the movies, which is transport them, create a great mystery, use these fantastic clues so there's a puzzle to follow, and of course the Robert Langdon character, and then a controversial button-pushing idea at the center of it. And Inferno is, I think, the most modern and edgy subject matter, whereas the others tended to exist a little bit more in the past.
Right.
Religion, history, they factored into the drama a little bit more. This one is sort of, it's of the moment. And that gave me as a director kind of a drive and an energy to do something, you know, very contemporary.
And you know, we were just saying a second ago that formula, at least in these instances, seems to travel overseas. So it's already been kind of doing relatively well outside the country.
Yeah, we're doing well outside the United States. They always do far better overseas, and they're very international movies.
Is that mostly China, or what is kind of the breakdown for a movie like this?
This is our first time to be in China. Da Vinci Code was open and for just a few days and was pulled. It was a little mysterious as to why it was pulled, whether it was controversial because of related to the church in some way, the Catholic Church, or it was a competition issue. We never really knew, but this one was accepted, and we're thrilled. And it opens tomorrow as well, so we'll be watching China to see.
So the global box office, when people talk about how big a piece that is, it's still important in other markets like Europe and the UK and Australia. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, more than ever. And a movie like this, you know, speaks to a broad audience. But American filmmakers are trying to find ways to make their American stories more relatable and sort of less narrow in their scope.
What about people watching at home? I read here you're part of the screening room, which is that venture which might bring... Yeah, with Sean Parker, and we actually asked him about it earlier, but the idea is, you know, in this day and age, people love watching at home, all sorts of TV shows and movies, so why not bring new movies to them?
Well, every filmmaker would prefer for audiences to see it as, you know, in a single sitting, up on a big screen with great sound, and that's what you always hope for. But look, speaking for myself, I watch stuff on my iPhone. I watch things at home. And I make those kinds of decisions. So when this opportunity came along, I feel there's an inevitability to day and date distribution. I don't love it, but I think there's an inevitability to it. What I kind of love about Sean Parker's idea is that it's limited. There's a revenue share with the theater owners. And I think that it sort of eventizes movies. And so to me, anything that refreshes an audience's sensibility, that, you know, there are all these great TV series, you can watch hours and hours of shows and ideas, but there's still something great about a movie that unfolds in a couple of hours and you have the complete experience. And I think if you do it at home and you get excited about that format again, you're very likely to go to see it at the, you know, in a great theater, IMAX or something.
Yeah, there's always a chance for replay stuff.
Yeah.
So is it hard to live up to when you do a movie that's based on a book? Is it hard? Is there more pressure to actually get it to kind of reflect what the book's message is?
But every movie is nothing but pressure.
Yeah.
It really is, you know, and they've all got their strengths, they've got their potential landmines and potholes in terms of the narrative. You do test screenings to see how it goes, and you try to listen and learn. Books are, of course, a challenge, but it's also a double-edged sword, because it's a huge advantage when, you know, so many people know a Dan Brown title, and yet my job is to make it a movie. And Dan Brown is the first one to understand that, because his books are big and sprawling, and he's tried adapting them, and he knows what a challenge it can be. So he's very cooperative and supportive. He's an executive producer on the project. But my goal is, you know, preserve the spirit, the big ideas that I love and that our creative group loves, and that I think readers love, and then make it something for the audiences. This is a movie thriller. It's not about just, you don't have to have read the book or even seen the other movies.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.